Okay, guys. We're talk about Singe. I'm gonna kind of give you the rundown on him and give you a few tips. So, Singe is a unique champion in the league, and if you know me as a person, you know that I like unique things. It's why I like Aatrox and Karthus. I like champions that feel really unique. Singe is one of them. And until recently, I hadn't actually started playing a whole lot of Singe because I didn't understand his quirk with his poison trail. But after watching enough people play him and seeing what they did, I figured out how to do it. So, on Singe, for items that you're going to start with, you're going to want to start with a Corrupting Potion, not a Dark Seal and refillables. The Corrupting Potion generally gives you more damage and sustain in the lane. A Dark Seal refillable is nice for when you're not really planning on fighting someone. However, more often than not, you're going to harass your opponent constantly as Singed, unless you're in like a really bad matchup. But so, Corrupting Pots are generally speaking better. Trust me, you'll thank me later if you don't think that's how it works. In the laning phase, you're going to want to pretty much just be harassing with your Q, zoning off with your Q. When you hit level 2, you can just pretty much walk up and E them. If they try to CS, then you just EQ, you just be a complete nuisance, add in your W for a slow, you know, throw in a Corrupting Pot, and you've got a shit ton of damage on them. When you back, you're going to want to make sure you get your 3 Dark Seals. That's going to cost you 1050, regardless of which build you started with, whether you started with the Dark Seal or not. It's going to cost you 1050 because you're going to want those Corrupting Pots. You really need those Corrupting Pots. But so you're going to get the 3 Dark Seals, as it's going to give you a ton of healing. A ton of healing. And at this point, you should be close to level 6 if you're not already. Yeah, you can start proxying. I generally don't like to proxy until level 6 because I don't have as much of an escape before then. But when you hit level 6, you have your ult for the movement speed, you have Ghost for the movement speed, and you're going to end up doing a lot of damage if they try to chase you down. It should be noted that we're going to want to ward the enemy jungle. You're going to want to keep tabs on where the enemy jungler is or where you think he is. If you think that he's coming to you, then you better get out of there. Don't try to 1v2. You're Singed, but you're Singed. You don't have the damage for this. And yeah, just keep an eye on the minimap, have really good map awareness with Singe, and you can proxy fairly easily. How I like to proxy is I like to push the wave up onto his tower and then walk further into the lane, ward the jungle, and just, like I said, pay attention to the minimap, pay attention to the mid lane, and just be aware of like how much CC the enemy has, so that way you know how fast that you're going to have to be getting out of there. When it comes to the build, you're going to want Swifties, Righteous Glory, ZZ Rylai's, Leandries, and a GA. This is typically the best build in my opinion. Swifties is for the movement speed. You love movement speed on Singe. It is so nice to have that. The Righteous Glory is so that you get more movement speed. You pair it with your ult and Ghost, you're going to be flying all over the place. And it's a very nice item for sustaining as well with the Catalyst. ZZ Rot to help push lane, Rylai's for the slow, Leandries for damage, and GA just because you need a final item. And GA works out quite well as a final item since you're going to be having to team fight a lot more. And Singe not being the best team fighter needs just some other thing to keep him going. So a GA helps with that. For runes on Singe, you should probably run the simple AP page with movement speed quints if you have them. For masteries on Singe, should probably run Deathfire, 18012, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. In terms of other things, you know, you're pretty much just lane harasser, you push fast, you're a complete nuisance, and you don't team fight well as Singe, but if they leave you alone in the lane, you're gonna push and push and push and push and push. And even when you're in a team fight, your goal is to pretty much just fling back whoever is the priority target, or potentially protect a carry, depending upon how the game is going, how your team comp is, etc, etc, etc. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe if you did, and see you on the next one. Thanks.